Greetings and welcome to Creative Consulting Dreams Inspirational Talk Show. I'm your host, Beverly Brown, and I just want to say thank you so much for joining me in today. Whether you're joining me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whichever day you might see it, I just want to thank you for being a part of it. And if you are viewing me on YouTube, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you will be alerted for future shows that are coming up, because this is going to be a great year for 2021. I have so many great guests saying so many great stories and sharing their obstacles and how they're succeeding in the things that they're doing. So you want to stay tuned. So make sure you hit the bell for YouTube. And today I have such a wonderful guest with me today. She's a personal friend of mine. I've known her over the years and just grown to just admire her and so much that she's doing. She's actually a personal mentor of mine, and she doesn't even know because I do watch everything that she does. So I'm just going to let her talk to you guys and just get to know my guest. Her name is Miss Tamika Williams.
Thank you. Yay. Thank you so much. I'm so happy, Beverly, to be here and given the opportunity that you have given me to be able to share my story today. Well, I would like to say I consider myself a woman of faith. Mm-hmm. I am the mother of 3 amazing adult sons. Yes. I consider myself to be a serial entrepreneur and an overcomer.
Yes, you are, definitely. Mm-hmm. And she brought up about 3 boys. Okay, they're like all over 6'4" or 5.
6 feet, yeah. 6 feet tall, giants.
They're giants, and
but still my babies.
They're her babies, but you should see them. They're just really, really beautiful. And we're going to have a picture of them up there, too, as well. So those are your giants. I know that's your life, and like you said, I know about you being a woman of faith, and that's what I really, really love about you as well. So tell us a little bit more about Tamika, your career, your life, any struggles or anything?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, I feel like I'm in a season of where I'm just focused on creating my life. And so I'm just inspiring other people to create the life that you think that you should deserve to live. And so like over the years for me, I started off in corporate. I mean, I was married in a long-term relationship for 17 years. Raising 3 sons. From the outside, people would say that, we look like we had it all. The white picket fence, the dogs, the cars, and all that. But in reality, I really wasn't happy. I was struggling as far as with my mental, just feeling like with the corporate job, it was more like a prison to me. I felt like a robot. Like each day I was waking up, taking care of everybody else but myself.
And you'll be surprised how many people are feeling that. It's like the picture looks so great from the outside, but what's really going on at home and things. So that's good. That's really, I want people to really see that and hear that.
And I felt trapped. I remember one day just my alarm clock going off, and I hit the snooze button, and I laid in bed for a little while longer, and then of course my alarm went off again like 15 minutes later, and I hit the snooze button again, and I started having anxiety, a panic attack, and it was then at that moment I was like, I cannot do this for another day, another hour, another minute. How about another second?
Exactly. Were you still married then when you got that revelation, or this was
at that time? I was going through my separation.
Okay.
I was still working my corporate job where I was a director of a university, overseeing over 50 direct reports and making 6 figures.
Yes.
So, but like I said, I was not happy. I was 191 pounds.
Wow.
And I just felt like I was drowning. And so I remember I made a decision that day. I said, I don't want to live like this anymore. And I left my job of 10 years.
Just like that?
Yes, like that.
And did you guys hear? She's making 6 figures. But, everybody's saying that money is, the greatest thing, and the 6-figure income is the best thing. But if you're not happy with it, you're just not happy with it. And you just made the decision, so that was it.
So I made that decision. That was 5 years ago, and I started my own business, Wealthy Concepts. It was an event planning business, and from the beginning, God blessed that business, and it was very successful.
That's incredible too. To
yes.
start your own business and be successful with it, you know, just right up front. That hardly ever happens. So you definitely, you know, had a plus when it came to that. And I've been to quite a bit of her Wealthy Concept events, and they're always like 5-star and beautiful.
Thank you.
They just are. You really are, because you're such a professional at what you do. So tell us more about that.
And I think that professionalism kind of comes from me working corporate for so long.
Yes.
Sometimes I think as people we discount those years of hardship. And I want to say, you know, even though sometimes when you're in a situation where you may not be happy, had I not went through those 10 years of working corporate, I would have never been able to, you know, leave that job and then to be able to start my own business and to have the success that I've had. You know, and of course, COVID came.
But just to go back to that part, because I emphasize that on a lot of my other shows, is that I've told everybody, everything that you're going through is to bring you to where you are presently. It's not like it's like, yeah, you were tired, but that was because it was time for you to leave.
Yes.
But look at all the experience that you got before that. Not to mention, you know, your finances you probably built up so that you could start your business on an upward level, which a lot of us don't have that advantage because we start with nothing. We step out on faith, you know, with no job or nothing or no income level, and, you know, sometimes it usually fails. So I think that probably had a lot to do with your success, starting your business.
And yeah, and I'm grateful. You know, I just I have a determination about me. I know that's not natural, so I've grown to accept that and to know that that's a gift. And so, you know, when I started my journey as an entrepreneur, I remember I was researching. I did everything my own. I created my own LLC, my own website. At the beginning, I did have a business partner, and we together worked in order to create Wealthy Concepts. And I remember one day going to Staples and looking for just like a book that can kind of help you, you know, if you wanted to start your own business, here are the steps 1 through 5. And a book didn't exist.
Yes.
So I created one. And I created an entrepreneur workbook. It was a 50-page workbook. It's still available. You can catch it on my YouTube page, Tamika Williams.
We're going to mention that.
And it's just I call it like a blueprint Bible on how to start your business from scratch. So the Entrepreneur Workbook, it gives you the first 10 steps on how to start a business in the state of Arizona from scratch. But it does a little bit more than that. I mean, once you complete the workbook, you will be able to have a completed business, LLC.
Yes.
But it also allows you to explain your why. Why do you want to start a business? What is the reason? It goes over budgets. It goes over websites. It goes over taglines. So it gets really detailed on things about your business that you need to be thinking about.
Exactly. And please pay attention to that, because it's just like you said. I do the research, like I said, when I'm consulting with somebody, that's part of what I do. But if I had the book already there, I'd be like, you know, take this book with you and let's get your business started rather than having to go through step by step. So you know what, guys, you're going to make sure you pay attention to her website, and you're going to be ordering that book for those that are ready to start that business. So I'm happy about that. That's if you say nothing else, that part right there has just totally impressed me for that, and I can't wait for people to get a part of it. So as far as your Wealthy Concepts and all of the events that you have, tell us some of the events that you've kind of put on that were, you know, successes.
I wasn't a traditional event planner. Like I don't do birthdays, weddings. I do mostly business empowerment conferences, luncheons, black tie events, red carpet events, like award ceremonies. We worked with all kind of other entrepreneurs. We partnered with nonprofits throughout the valley. And we just, one main thing that Wealthy Concepts was just good at doing is just making sure our clients' vision came to life and that they just were happy with the results of the event.
And that's what I saw each time with each event that it's like, it was just a vision of what
it was
they
an
wanted.
Experience. We want to make sure once you left our events that you would remember.
Right. But now, guess what? I mean, I don't even know if you're still doing the business, because now, my God, the next thing I know, you were kind of like missing for a minute. And then all of a sudden, she's like, okay, guys, thank you. I'm going to get on this plane because now I've just completed my course as being a flight attendant.
Yes.
So let's talk about that and your other thing that you're just moving into as well.
So I was still working my business, Wealthy Concepts, and then I decided to become a flight attendant.
Yes.
One of the things that I'm really passionate about is vision, and God gives us visions.
Yes.
And He gives each of us individual visions of what, we want our life to look like, and only you know what your happiness will look like. Nobody else knows what your happiness looks like, and everybody's happiness looks different.
Absolutely.
And so as far as me becoming a flight attendant, God has shown me a vision in my past, that I wanted to travel the world.
Yes.
And so the flight attendant allowed me to do that, and to be able to take my business to the next level.
And when I first saw it, it's like I got so excited for her. I don't know about her. I'm like, what? She's gonna be able to travel, practically for free. And I just saw that. Of course, hopefully that's gonna be my next step. I just don't know if I have to be a flight attendant to do it. But I just got so overjoyed when I saw you doing that, because I had seen you, for a minute, and for you to say that that's what you were doing, it was just excellent.
Yay! Yeah. And so of course COVID happened. And I know, a lot of people, we had to take a step back. And so for me, I stopped flying.
Yes.
And I became an international flight attendant. So, of course, the international flights were the first ones that were slashed. But it was a blessing in disguise, because it gave me the opportunity to really reevaluate my life and to figure out, what else is going to make me happy. What else do I need to do to create my dream life?
Right.
I'm no longer living for anyone else. I'm living for Tamika, and the only one person who I want to please is the higher one.
Absolutely.
And so, like I said, COVID happened, so it gave me the opportunity to be able to get my real estate license. And so I became an Arizona realtor.
I mean, what more can you ask for? She can fly whenever she wants. Now she can sell houses whenever she wants. To me, that's kind of like the golden life, to be able to do what you love to do, and of course making money in the process, because that's what matters a lot too. I mean, we get caught up into our passion, and trust me, I know it all so well. But you got to have the finances to help that passion and bring it to fruition. And I know you love helping others as well. And so that's the part. So to me, it's the dream life for me. The travel agent, okay, come back, sell a house. She just got back from Miami for 5 days.
Just celebrated my birthday.
Happy birthday.
So another year around the sun.
Yes.
Yes. And just to elaborate a little bit about what you said about being, a flight attendant and being an Arizona realtor. Like I said, and about helping people.
Yes.
I mean, that's the main thing, because even as a flight attendant, I'm making sure I'm creating a great experience. A lot of these people, you never know why they're flying. Some could be flying to go to a funeral, or some could be going on vacation. Most of the time going on vacation. A lot of times it's a happy time. So I want to be able to make sure they're happy. And then, to be a realtor is really an honor, because I'm helping people buy their dream house and live the American dream. And so many people, especially for me as a black woman, my grandmother moved here. I'm a Phoenix native, and my family is 5 generations deep. So my great-grandmother,
very unusual,
yes, my grandmother moved here back in the 40s.
Wow.
And back then, she bought a home in Chandler, and it was only one set area where black people were allowed to buy homes.
Right.
And so our family still owns that home in that area. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. And I know if my great grandmother was alive now, she would be so proud. Yes. And that's why I always say I am Black history, because I am living the dream that my ancestors did not have the opportunity to live.
You certainly are. And I just love it. Like I said, I just get excited about each new venture that I see that you're delving into, and I just admire you so much for being the person that you are, because I know your heart and your soul. You go to a beautiful church.
Thank you, yes.
And just a wonderful spirit about her. So as we end this segment, I I just really want to impress upon everybody, it's like she said, that you don't have to go through hardships to get, to where you're going. Sometimes God's just guiding you along the way, and if you're in the right
just
place,
be obedient.
Be obedient to what the Word is telling you and listening to it. And she's always talking about how she's, praying and asking God for guidance, and that's mainly what you have to do, because you just, everything that you're doing is leading up to where you are now.
Yes. And if you don't, I mean, like I started this interview, I said I'm a woman of faith. And sometimes if you don't know something, then just be still. Don't make a move. Don't make a decision.
Yes.
You don't always have to be doing something. And whatever your neighbor is doing may not be what's best for you. Usually stay focused on your journey and what's ahead of you, and specifically what God has for you.
Exactly. And that was funny because we just finished having a conversation about doing yourself, not living for somebody else's dream or expecting to even, blossom when this person blossoms.
Yes.
And we're getting a lot of that on Facebook now.
Be happy for your neighbor.
And because we're seeing a lot of stuff on Facebook now, this person's doing this person's doing that. Well, sometimes it's just not your time.
Yes.
I'm not going to divulge my age, but trust me, this has taken me a long time to get to this point, to say that I want to do the show. And I've had this vision for over 7 years now.
Wow.
So, you just got to do what you have to do for you.
Yes, absolutely. And, Bishop Thomas used to always say, be happy for your neighbor.
Thank you.
If they're doing something good, it means God is in the neighborhood. And you can be next.
Yes, and that's so powerful, being happy for other people, especially with this social media thing of seeing so much with so many people doing. So, with that being said, and the powerful woman that I know Tamika, is there anything that you just want to express to the audience as far as what your goals, dreams, and what they want to do in life? Just some encouraging words for them.
I do. One motto that I've learned to live by is don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow will worry about itself.
Yes.
And if I could go back in time and tell younger Tamika, and I try to tell younger people, period, even people my age and older still, it's just don't worry. And I know a lot of times, we pray and we put things on the altar, and then we sneak back. We sneak back and take it back off the altar, but just put it on the altar. Just trust God, and then, you will get to your destiny.
Absolutely. So I want to thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you made it back from Miami just in time for the show. I was getting concerned. So, because I just really, really wanted to just sit here and just have a beautiful talk with you. So, thank you guys for tuning in to Creative Consulting Dreams Inspirational Talk Show. Do not forget to like it, but subscribing is huge. I need to get to 1,000 people so I can make some money, so I can help more people, okay?
Yes.
1,000 subscribers help, but of course we want more depending on when you're seeing it. And make sure you hit that little bell, because the bell will alert you of future episodes coming up. I hope to stay on schedule and try to post something at least every other week for the entire month if I'm not doing anything else. So please join me on a bi-weekly basis for Creative Consulting Dreams Inspirational Talk Show. And could you do me a favor and share it with somebody, especially about her story, and just do that for us as well. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to Tamika for being here. I love you dearly. We call each other dolls.
Dolls.
Dolls. Because she is a doll and I love her. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.